I saw Brahmastra a few days back. Going into the theaters, I had very low expectations for this film. And when I went to the theaters, I realized that I should have kept my expectations even lower. Even though the film was high on special effects and sometimes relied on it way too much, the other aspect of the films did not equal the special effects. The script was lackluster, the dialogues were such as if they were written for an audience comprised of unintelligent 10-year-olds.
शिवा तुम्हारा हाथ
ईशा मैं आग से जलता नहीं कुछ रिश्ता है मेरा
The lead actors Alia and Ranbir lacked chemistry, and even the veterans like Mr. Bachan looked out of place in the film. The cameos of Sharukh and Nagarjun worked up to an extent, but they were merely used as a special effect rather than adding anything substantial to the plot of the story. The songs are really well composed, but the lyrics are equally bad. But then, this review is not about stating the obvious. In this video, I'm going to look how the film could have been better if the following points were kept in mind. The caricaturing of the female characters. When critics complain about women not being given enough space in the film and most Bollywood films being male-centric, it does not mean that you rectify this by merely giving women characters more screen time. While doling out a character who has got no motivation, no history, no depth, no desire, no reason to support the hero in his journey except for love's sake. Yes. Alia's character in Brahmastra is just like that. She shouts in the entire film.
बच गई शिवा 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 शिवा
Pointlessly heltering-skeltering without adding anything substantial to the story. If we wonder if she has such small role to play in the film, how come we are seeing so much of her? And then it hit me that the makers wanted to earn Vogue points by giving her so much screen time. They did not want to look gender biased by making an entirely a male-centric movie, so they compensated it by giving Alia more screen time. Even if we believe that she fell in love with Shiva in the first sight, but it still doesn't explain why she accompanies Shiva to dangerous mission. Isha just follows Shiva because that is what she does. She accompanies him to dangerous missions as if she has no other things to look forward in her life. She has no parents, no friends, no career except to accompany Ranbir to his mission, where she can literally die. But such is her character. What baffles me is that such character came from the writing of Ayan Mukherjee, who before has written well fleshed out female characters such as Konkana Sain's Sharma character in Wake Up Sid, who had her desires, her wants and her goal in life, and compared this to Alia's character who just came from London, is very rich. Apart from that, we know nothing about her. She's just doting young girl who fell heads over heels over a DJ for the reason unknown. It is not as if it is entirely wrong for women characters to follow male characters in their quest, but there has to be a reason for this. Like in Matrix, Trinity followed Neo because they were united in their mission to destroy the Matrix. In Tamasha, Tara got interested in Ved because she wanted to be with someone who wanted to lead an adventurous life. It is because their missions in life were one, so they ended up together. In Brahmastra, Alia had no such motivations. Her flat motivations was that she fell in love with Shiva. Had her character been written well, given some background, maybe it would have enriched the film further. It was same with Moni Roy's character Junoon. Of all the characters, hers was the most interesting one. But then again, we are never told what motivated her to join the antagonist army. Except for one line we get in the end that she was mind controlled by the Brahmadev, the main antagonist of the film, we get to know nothing about her motivations at all. Tell me, if someone is so much mind controlled, then how could they be so intelligent to manipulate air, to bring rain, to fight off almost demigod Shiva? I would call it lazy writing and non-interest in writing better characters. This film sets a bad precedent for Indian cinema. If a film like Brahmastra is a hit, it means that other filmmakers will use VFX and put less effort on the story and the character building. Meaning big budget films will be supported, having huge star cast and big action sequence, but little to no story. Not surprisingly, such films will become a flop. Brahmastra is not a sign of a resurgent Bollywood, but an upside tail of a ship which is drowning. It interprets Indian myths through Western lens. One big complaint of all Hollywood film and series trying to depict Indian culture and myth is that their lens of seeing Indian culture is often very Western centric and that they tend to exoticize the East. One would hope that an Indian filmmaker making film on India's culture would be different. But one cannot be more wrong, as Brahmastra is the interpretation of Indian myth through the Western lens. There is nothing authentic about this film, not the places where it was shot, nor the dialogues. Nothing in the film reeked of originality, and one could clearly see Ayan Mukherjee copying them shamelessly from famous Hollywood films such as Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, etc. There was also no attempt to go into the universe of Astras, like how these weapons came to be, or how do they give power to the normal humans who found Brahmaj. It seems like the writer wanted to fast forward the storytelling to reach to a point where they can show special effects, and that is why at places the special effects seemed forced, and it felt exactly like what Martin Scorsese said of such films, that they are theme park films. And Brahmastra is one such film, and to be honest, not even that good film at that. So the question is, why the film was a hit? I don't really know the real production budget of this film, nor I know how much money it actually earned. But I do know that when I went to watch film on cinema day, when the ticket price was just 130 rupees, the theater I was watching this film in was packed and there were some hooting and cheering in the beginning, but as the film went on, everything subsidized. And when the film ended, I could even hear people saying, "Paise waste ho gaye." There were no cheers, nothing, which made me wonder, if such is the audience response, how could this film be a hit? And then it hit me that it was a hit because of the hype this film created, and it gave something new to the masses. Even though Brahmastra is really a below average film, it still doesn't take away the fact that it gave people something new, and that was the USP of the film. That is why it worked. But I do hope if they come up with a second film, they do work on the dialogues, script, and try to make it into a good film rather than an overhyped product whose buyer felt cheated after buying it. That's all for today now. Thanks for watching, guys. Do subscribe to support our channel. Bye bye.